Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're stepping back in time to explore a topic both dark and compelling: the lives of rulers who seem to find purpose in spreading suffering. I want to make clear that this is more than a history lesson. It's a journey into the mindsets of those who wielded their power mercilessly, sometimes with intentions they believed justified, but which ultimately led to ruin. Let's start with Qin Shi Huangdi, emperor who imposed a ban on thought. He dictated not a written law, but an organic law, according to which anyone who wanted to steal would not be able to do so, since his own hand would refuse to obey him. This could only be achieved through terror. The emperor invented increasingly intricate tortures. In order to perfect the art of causing suffering to his neighbors, the emperor established torture universities and introduced a system of surveillance under which children were supposed to watch their parents and report if they had hostile thoughts to the emperor. He appointed his horse as a minister, ordered all books in his country to be destroyed, and 500 to 600 scientists to be beheaded because they could not ensure his immortality. In total, he had more than 3 million victims. The Jewish king Herod, placed on the throne by the Romans, deprived the tribe of Israel of political power, dispersed the rabbis, and ordered the death of his wife and several of his children. A contemporary of Jesus Christ, who died 4 years after Herod, he ordered the slaughter of thousands of Jewish boys in order to intimidate the population into submission. He systematically destroyed anyone who threatened his power, seriously or not. He brought the country to decline through robberies and intrigues, trying to please the Romans, who were afraid of constant uprisings in the region. On the occasion of his death, he ordered all the prominent people of the country to be killed for the sake of greater mourning. The Roman Emperor Caligula began his reign virtuously and gained popularity by making only reasonable decisions, but then he fell ill and fell into unconsciousness. After recovering, he became a completely different person. Even his appearance, previously noble, became gloomy and distorted. He began to dictate insane laws and punish everyone who refused to obey them. He loved to torture and torment dissatisfied and just random people, purely for his own pleasure, sometimes prolonging their agony for several days. One of his favorite tortures was cutting away the flesh along the spine and from the perineum to the top of the chest. He had incestuous relations with his sisters. He participated in the weddings of aristocrats and demanded the right of the first night. If the husband objected, he ordered his testicles to be cut off and forced him to eat them in the presence of his wife, whom he forced to share this meal. He is credited with a few sayings, such as, "There is only one way to equal the gods, to be as cruel as they are. Only hatred makes a man smarter. And when I spend a day without killing, I am overcome by a feeling of unbearable loneliness." He was stabbed to death by his own soldiers, who ate him to make sure he was dead. The Roman Emperor Nero, a cruel and insane despot, persecuted Christians and staged spectacles with their mass killing. He set fire to Rome and recited poetry while watching the burning houses. He ordered thousands of people to be killed, including his mother, aunt, daughter-in-law, wives, and son-in-law. Then he killed all his relatives. He often raped, resorted to poisoning, beheading, nailing to the cross, and impaling. It's easy to feel disgust, even horror, at these stories. And yet these figures provide us with a profound lesson about unchecked power, fear, and the ways ambition can consume not just individuals, but entire empires. In every case, their legacies became lessons for future generations, a stark reminder that the choices of one ruler can determine the fate of countless lives. So I've got even more stories like these tucked away for next time. Because as you'll see, history's vaults are full of dark tales and powerful lessons that unfortunately still echo in our world today. Thank you for joining me. And remember, next time, we'll dive even deeper into the shadows of history.